welcome back to Smol's Family Reactions. We've made it, the finale of Andor, the series finale, leading right up to Rogue One. Episodes 10 and 11 have been very tense.
Will they make it out alive? We know one does.
Well, we don't know. Cassian and Melshi and K2 all make it, obviously. Clea's the big question. Guys, it's been a whole lot of fun. Real curious to see how this is going to, I'm hoping for some big payoffs here as the tie-in right into Rogue One. I think this is going to be fun. I really am hoping Clea gets out. She's one of my favorite characters, and I think we've seen enough sacrifice at this point, although there's going to be more. All right, if you're new, go ahead and do it. Subscribe right now.
Make us big potatoes.
Big potatoes, as we said before. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the reaction. Comment down below. But here we go. The series finale of Andor, Season 2, Episode 12 right now. All right, here we go. Jedha, Kyber, Erso.
Say
it. Say the word.
Death Star.
That was cool. They actually said Death Star. I was wondering if they would. The final Andor theme intro.
they better make it good.
You need to see the place you helped build. You need to tell them what you told us. There must be someone there.
That's for line failure.
K2.
Yeah.
You're gonna take them all out.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Come on, Clea.
You can stop right there!
Oh, Melshi.
Raise your hands above your head. No sudden movement.
K2's coming.
Hold your
Well, that was a sudden movement.
Yeah.
This is ISB. This is a warrant search. This is your first and final warning.
Is there another way out?
Not that we have time for.
We can still close the door. We'll be trapped as opposed to what? Okay, where are you? Okay.
Stop right there. Sergeant!
Oh,
Man.
he is. Glad he's on your side.
Yeah. Yeah, you want him on your side.
Thermal detonator.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Kick
say
it.
he said
Kick
stun.
Oh.
It's not quite a thermal.
Ooh.
Wow. Hopefully she's just knocked out.
Right?
What's the closest target?
The Terminator.
Out running down the emergency disease warrant.
Flood it! Get anything you can.
Right there. You guys.
Oh wow. Is that the? That's the
Yeah.
Hurst. Wow.
Cass! Where are you? Back here!
Come on. I hope Clay is all right. What's he gonna say?
Cassian, I've cleared a path.
You don't say.
Pretty good path.
Yeah.
Push the request. Push it now.
Yeah, he's looking back. It's the last time you'll ever see that place.
And that was
Whoa.
his and Bix's safe house too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume any doubts about my value have been erased. You can speed up now. You're welcome. Hard right coming.
Poor K2. So cool. Yavin Bay. Same place we see Luke, Han, Leia, 3PO, R2.
Yep. Chewie.
Chewie.
Tell me why whenever I'm being
Oh,
scolded for
cool. We're
something,
seeing them on Mothma Saw Gerrera stuff.
the rebellion is bigger than all of us. Why should I believe anything you say?
We know you're on Jedha, Saw. Off Imperial transports. We're trying to share what we hear about how dangerous that is making things for all of us.
What you hear? Poking at my window. How many more meddling squealers have you
If
sent?
you notice, he's got the breathing stuff and the full.
You've already got an Imperial destroyer on site. Keep hijacking these transports and that will be the least of your problems.
You have... Or your spies and infiltrators. I still be alive if I hadn't learned to bend them as I wish.
It's the
I want to see him take a breath.
you saw, not us.
If only you could fight, as well as you lie.
Wow. He's so paranoid.
You're sure he's in Jedha?
He's been warned.
He's insane.
He's not. We've been probing his team for over a year now. It's an active operation.
Sure, he's on Jedha.
Sir, Admiral Radis requested you join
Radis.
him. There's a situation.
Have they found it?
Apparently, it's coming in hot, unauthorized, and requesting landing coordinates.
I'll be right there.
Is this Andor?
I believe so.
With a stolen ship. On an unsupervised mission.
You can make that case.
Incredible.
I love all
The
of them.
Senate look easy, doesn't it?
Yavin stuff's so cool.
Transmitting. Sir.
Is that Radis?
Call.
He's in Rogue One.
Scramble.
Awesome.
Crew on the deck in case we need them. You're lucky Merrick's away. He'd go shoot it down himself.
Merrick. That's so cool.
We're getting close, aren't we?
I suspect we'll be shot down as an enemy probe.
Shut up, Kate.
But disobeying orders is so refreshing.
Nice.
I planned to tell him I was kidnapped.
He's waving. Man, they got the air raid siren going and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's different than the klaxon that we normally hear.
Stop right there. She's injured. Who else is with you?
Hello.
I have important news.
I certainly hope so.
Is this everyone?
We don't have a quorum.
They'll be back soon enough.
Oh, these guys, they're all in Rogue One. Very cool.
You went to save Luthen Rail.
Luthen is dead. We found Clea at the old safe house.
Who's Clea?
Luthen's assistant.
Luthen Rail had a source in the ISB. Source told him he just learned that the Emperor's secret energy project was the cover story for the manufacture of a weapon.
The energy project.
That's hardly a secret. We've been funding it for years.
What kind of a weapon are we talking about?
I don't know about the weapon.
Then what's the point?
Kyber mining on Jedha, and an Imperial engineer named Galen Erso.
All of this conveniently wrapped in a big energy program basket.
I'm just reporting what he was told.
It sounds like a paranoid fantasy.
Same position they take in Rogue One.
The problem, Captain, is Luthen. I know you share a long history. Both of you. It's hard not to wonder if your judgment here might be less than objective.
I'll have to disagree. It's everything I know about Luthen that makes me believe this is real.
We're talking about someone who's been a thorn in our side since we began building this alliance.
Did you know him? Does anyone in this room, besides Senator Mothma, have any idea how much you owe him?
Oh, please.
Wow.
When I say I know Luthen, I mean I know the good and the bad. And I made my choice 2 years ago to join here and be part of this. But none of that can take away what he did and how hard it was. I don't know if what he was told is true or not, but it's insulting to hear him run down by people who have given a fraction of his sacrifice to this rebellion.
Wow.
Enough!
So he's a Luthen fan now.
He sees what he said, what he did.
Yeah.
When's the last time you two spoke?
A year ago,
A year.
when he had me rescue Senator Mothma from the Senate.
Duly noted. A lot can happen in a year, wouldn't you agree? The web of doubts that he created It makes everything unbelievable.
So we do nothing?
Dodonna and Merrick will be back tomorrow night.
Intelligence.
More like puffed up speculation.
We will follow up tomorrow night with a full session. Captain Andor, you are forbidden from accessing your ship and confined to quarters.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mon believes him.
Right.
She knows.
Mm-hmm.
Mission to visit the infirmary.
Permission granted.
Your contact with Saw Gerrera.
Tivik.
He sent 3 urgent messages from Kafrine.
Yeah, Tivik. He's the one in the beginning of Rogue One.
Not exactly the hero's welcome I promised, was it? It's a lot for them to take in.
Thought we were having breakfast.
Well, I didn't know if we'd see her again.
I didn't either.
I won't share it. So maybe he'll tell it to you. And you'll tell me what you think.
Spy on him.
Help me believe him.
I have some bad news.
You gonna find Ethan?
He's dead well. He made it worth it. So,
It's crazy how many people they have from Rogue One. for
Catherine.
this.
Yeah.
He won't talk to anybody but Andor.
Call him back.
Catherine. That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
will you drink to Luthen?
Just this once.
Can't toast them all, can we?
Gorn. Nemec.
Mimic. Sweet.
Harriman.
Cinta.
The Gormans. Ferrex. Your mother. The Darnies.
None of this exists without him. None of us are here. Claire wouldn't lie about it.
Tell me what she said.
There will be times when the struggle seems impossible.
Oh, Namek. Cool.
I know this already.
What's she doing?
Lone, unsure, dwarfed by the scale of the enemy. Remember this. Freedom is a pure idea. It occurs spontaneously and without
So cool they're playing that.
Random acts of insurrection are occurring constantly throughout the galaxy. There are whole armies, battalions that have no idea that they've already enlisted in the cause.
Is he listening to it?
The frontier of the rebellion is everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Action pushes our lines forward. And then remember this. The Imperial need for control is so desperate because it is so unnatural.
Seems like he's listening to it.
Tyranny requires constant effort. It breaks. It leaks. Or it is brittle. Oppression is the mask of fear.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've heard it before.
Bits and pieces.
Just keep spreading, doesn't it?
It's been hard to contain.
What do you think it is?
I'm afraid they're waiting for you, sir.
Portagast looks tired.
They might bring you down.
Nervous.
Mm-hmm.
May I have a moment to collect my thoughts?
What's he gonna do? Oh boy. Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
Ah. That's muffled blaster shot. No, he did it. It was very muffled.
Yeah, but do you think he knew he was gonna do
Yeah,
that?
he seemed to. Just like we immediately, as soon as he said he wanted a moment,
Yeah.
ISB completely went off the rails. Failures after failures.
Mm-hmm.
You should reconnect with Bix.
She's safe, isn't she?
That's what I hear.
You will be safe with me. Too late for that.
She might disagree.
Once this settles down, maybe. I'll think about it.
It's funny, this weapon that he has the information about. He's the one who was helping build parts of it when he was in prison.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
She said, "Don't wait."
Don't wait too long.
Yeah.
Talk to Bix or see
Yeah.
Bix. Yeah.
What's Clay up to? Is she gonna go?
Hiya, it's me. Come on, you can't stay out here. Come on. I'm sorry about Luther. What you did for him, I can't imagine that was easy. Had to be done. It gets tiring saying that.
He always used to say, know your way out before you go in. I don't even really know where I am.
I have friends everywhere. You're here with friends.
We've been released.
They threw us out. Tired of listening to him.
None of that is true.
Tivik's on Kafrine until tomorrow. He'll only meet with you.
That doesn't sound promising.
Do you trust him?
I try.
There's an Imperial destroyer parked over Jedha as of 2 days ago. We'll warn him sort of step away before you came back. Jedha, Kyber crystal, an ISB ball, and Luther dying to get us in motion. Now Tivik keeps calling us. If this is all a trap, it's a brilliant way to spring it.
How do I get to Kafrine?
Sweet.
You have news.
You need to hear us out.
Yeah, going all the way back to his sister.
Waking up humans is always confusing.
That's awesome.
What is it?
The man you do not like is here.
How blunt he is.
That's awesome.
Sleep well? Ever sleep well?
No.
Then we have something in common. General Draven has your orders. Proceed to your contact, learn what you can. Do it quickly.
Can I ask what changed?
If I die fighting the Empire, I want to go down swinging. You find that amusing?
No, but you and Luthen would have gotten along much better than you think.
May the Force be with you, Captain.
Nice. Bill would know. He's the one connected. Man. Oh, he's getting dressed for Rogue One. Sweet. There's a lot of the crew you see in Rogue One. Sweet.
The music's pretty.
Yeah, it's crazy to see Mon sitting there after living in her posh apartment. And oh, there's Perrin. And I was wondering if they would show us anything with him. I mean, she did kind of leave. She left in a hurry.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have supported anything that she did.
Yeah. So their marriage was pretty much over.
Oh, she's got the...
She looks like she's in an insane asylum.
Well, she's got the same prison uniform on that was in the Cassian War. In,
oh.
Half a smile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, she's on program. Wow. Dedra. Nope, there's the...
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what to call her. Healer.
The Force healer,
Yeah.
wasn't she?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Saw looking out the same window that he was looking out when The Death Star blew him up. I'm gonna take one. I just. Krennic. There it is. There it is.
Yep.
Wow.
There's a rumor we have a flight plan.
The Ring of Kafrin.
Tivik?
We'll take the quick way.
It's so much easier when I know what we're doing.
Huh.
Get us out of here.
Oh, I was wondering if we'd see V again.
Oh.
That's awesome. He's got a friend. Seems so like forever ago since we were on this planet. Is that Bix went back there? That's where Bix is.
Oh, there's Bix.
Oh.
Yeah. What is she carrying?
Wonder why she went.
What is she carrying?
A baby.
Wow. Is that a baby Andor?
A baby Cassian.
Baby Cassian. Wow. It's cool and sad at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know. Wow.
Hmm.
Didn't look like there was an end credit.
It'll be time to watch Rogue One.
The end credit scene is Rogue One.
Yep.
Wow, what a
Interesting.
slow and somber, but at the same time hopeful. Like you could feel that there's hope because
Yeah.
they know information and you know where it goes.
I like how they ended it
Yeah.
that way with the music.
Yeah.
And the
The
baby.
emotions
Yeah.
And baby Cassian.
And now we know a lot about why she left.
Yeah. Which is for her to go like that, the strength, and then to go back to the planet where she had that encounter with the Imperial,
Right.
and back with the family.
Yeah.
So let's just quickly cover a couple things with just characters. Dedra, sad. You know, obviously she's Imperial, and I don't pull for her, but you know her story. She just wanted to.
She wanted power.
Yeah. Her story ends just as tragic and sad as Cyril's.
Right.
Portagast, sad ending for him. He was at the end of the line. He was going to have to go stand before who, I don't know if he was going to go meet the Emperor or who he was going to go meet. I didn't quite catch. They said they're waiting for him. He saw no way out. That's sad.
Very.
The ISB is pretty much dismantled. The only one really left is, and you see him in, actually in Star Wars: A New Hope. I think they confirmed that the ISB agent that's in that movie that's sitting around the table, and Tarkin is there and Darth Vader is there. I think that's Yularen, which you only saw him once in season 1. It's crazy. Cassian getting ready to go to the Ring of Kafrin, which is literally right where Rogue One starts. Love seeing K2SO. Do you guys K2SO?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I wish we could have had more of him in the season.
It makes me like him more. Knowing his backstory and where he came from, and with the other assassin droids.
The security droids. Yeah. So you do look at him a little bit different after seeing what he did on Gorman, with the other droids that were there. But it's still cool. And then, where all these characters end in Rogue One. That's the hard part. Seeing Saw and his get up, that we see him in Rogue One, and
how that all happened.
Yeah. So Rogue One is definitely on the list. I've seen that movie I don't know how many times, a lot, and really looking forward to seeing it again after watching the lead up to it. It's just there's so much more impact. Love that Clea made it out. Love that she's there on Yavin. Very likely when the Battle of Yavin's going on and the Death Star, she's there to witness the Death Star getting blown up by Luke. That's a really cool thing to think about.
Yeah.
Vel is obviously going to be there when Luke blows up. There's a lot of those characters are there when Luke blows up the Death Star.
Yeah.
And like I said,
cool
they'll all cheer a little bit louder because of what Luthen, as hard as his tactics were, none of that would have happened without Luthen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is every little thing along the way, Clea having that information, Lonnie doing what he did, Luthen doing what he did, all of it to get to Rogue One, to steal the Death Star plans, and all those little things that happened there, and then Luke Skywalker being called by the Force at just the right time to go. It's amazing. It really is cool how they tied all of that together.
It is.
You can watch Andor
story.
as like the first episode of this whole movie. Obviously, it's 2 full seasons. Then you can watch Rogue One as the second part, and then A New Hope as the third part, and really see the conclusion to all of this.
Yeah.
With the Death Star blowing up at the end of A New Hope. I think that's pretty cool. Don't you think that's cool? Very good writing. Very, very good writing to tie all of that together. I really am very appreciative of that. I always have my little critiques about some of the Earthbound stuff and a lot of the stuff tying to, I'll just leave it at that. But at the end of the day, the story's fantastic and it ties into Star Wars, I think, very well.
Definitely.
So Tony Gilroy and all those guys did a fantastic job doing
You
this.
can tell they're Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Tony Gilroy is the biggest Star Wars fan. He's kind of said that, but he's very good at what he does. But there's a lot of people involved that are obviously very committed.
Right, but maybe he wanted to deliver for Star Wars fans.
He wanted to put out a good, very good show, and he was very successful, obviously, in doing that.
Yeah, these two have been quiet.
Yeah, well, she's dealing with her allergies or whatever she's got going on. He's always quiet, and I'm always the one talking. So, yeah, there's just so many, and there's so many little nuances, a lot of breakdowns that people can do, and all kinds of things that can be talked about with the show for a long time. Very rich storytelling, a lot of depth. So, love it, very good.
It was
very good,
really good.
Yep. So,
Now I'm gonna watch Rogue One and wish that Andor was with Bix.
Yeah, so it'll be a little different when he meets
Jin.
But
be like,
here's an
Here's
an interesting thing though. They at the end of Rogue One when they're on the beach, and the Death Star doesn't destroy the whole planet, but takes out a good. It's on Jedha, or I'm sorry, I keep saying Jedha, on Scarif. They just hug. They don't kiss. So that's like now you can watch that and go. He's probably thinking of Bix in that moment when he knows that he's getting taken out.
Could be
on that beach. Why wouldn't he be? Vel said, "Don't wait. Go to Bix." And well, he had one more mission to do, and the Death Star
got him.
Just like the Force healer called him a messenger, and he's the one that he's the linchpin that got all of this. The connection from, and it all started with him and those corpos and Cyril wanting to go after him. I mean, this is crazy how the whole thing started. So
yeah.
All right, guys, it's been quite the journey. Very good stuff. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I know there's plenty of things that we could talk about, but it's late, and just in a general sense, I think everybody would agree. You guys like the show?
Oh yes.
Yeah, liked it. Excellent. So let us know your thoughts. Any observations and cool things that you want to point out with tie-ins to what we know about Star Wars. Be sure to comment down below. Would love to read your comments. And if you have yet to subscribe, please go ahead and do so. As he's been saying all night, make us big potatoes instead of small potatoes, because that's what I called this earlier. So go ahead and do that. Hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reaction. May the Force be with you, and we'll see you next time. We made it.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.